So if you think about a law firm that's like just starting out, even if it's like a solo or like a small firm, what do you think? What systems do you think that they should have in place from like day one to make sure that they've set themselves up for success long into the future?
Well, you got the basics. You got to have your bank accounts and your IELTS, all that stuff. But you got, in my opinion, you got to know how to get clients, or at least have a plan to go get clients. Some people leave a firm and they bring clients with them. That'll last you maybe for a little while, but then you're going to have to go get it. So if you have no idea how to do that, that's the first sort of system you got to learn. And lots of different ways to do it. I'm sure you've talked about it with lots of people, but that's the first thing. And then, the from a legal standpoint, I think the number one thing you should get right is your client retainer agreement. That sets the stage for everything going forward. And there are things you can put in that will protect you in case you ever need it. And then, there are also other things you can put in there to set expectations with the client. There's lots of things you do with it. And I sort of view it as a first line of defense in case something goes sideways later. And depending on the state, there are certain provisions that might be enforceable in one state that aren't in another. And that's the other thing I'd say is I've looked at a lot of those, and somebody will put a provision in there thinking, hey, it's a contract, but not going to be enforced. Might even be unethical technically. So you got to be careful with that, but really spend some time on that agreement, I'd say, right at the beginning, because if you have a law firm, you're going to have clients. Got to get that straight.